If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it. Got enough crack to get four to hit. Turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner. Whether old school or a beginner, my shit's the best. Rick's the best. Have your heart beating right out your chest. That Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do. I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky Mickey.
But if you want to jump on the last 10 minutes, I can jump off and you can jump on. Up to you.
You know what? Let's see how it goes. I don't really think I'm feeling that today.
Okay, all right. Not gonna force you.
Yeah.
I do want to address something with Charlie before the end of the episode. So those last 10 minutes.
No, we're not talking about that.
No?
No.
Okay.
You guys had sex recently.
Lee, we're not.
Well, then why does it burn when I pee?
Shut the fuck up.
Right.
We're not, or there's going to be violence.
There's gonna be violence.
Charlie have a black eye.
I am not joking.
I heard you.
We're not, or there's going to be violence. Okay?
I will hit myself.
I will pick Lee up and throw him through a goddamn wall.
Imagine you were like,
You're just lucky it's Lee now.
You would be the one he attacked first. Have you been training boxing, Charlie? You got the black eye. Like you've been training boxing. What have you been?
Depends what your definition of training boxing is.
We can talk about it afterwards.
Okay.
We're not talking about it on
Everybody
yes,
do me.
Yes, sir, Mr. Charlie.
Shut up, Charlie. You've reached Goblin Ogre. We'll talk about it. I'm feeling violent too, fucker.
Oh, what did I do?
You shut the fuck up so we could do our podcast. How about that?
Hey,
asshole?
you know what, Lee? I'm going to tell you.
Fucking had it.
I'm going to tell you
myself.
Lee, I just want to.
Thanks for bringing the energy, Charlie. Thank you.
I just want to give you a compliment. I'm feeling violent too, motherfucker. Is a great line. It's a great line. I can imagine it in a movie. Hey, I'm feeling violent, man. I'm feeling violent too, motherfucker.
And the guy would be Hispanic, so
yes, I did. That was what I was picturing. I was picturing a scene from Blood In, Blood Out.
Oh, I love that movie.
It's a great movie, isn't it?
Yes.
White boy being Hispanic, because he is. But because people forget that some Mexicans are white.
It's just so long. You feel like you're watching three different movies.
Yes, you're right.
The first movie is before prison, then he's in prison, and then out of prison, and I think it's like 2.5 hours long.
It's so fucking long for like a bad movie.
It just keeps
going.
But
a great movie. Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Yeah.
Well, people who went to jail showed me that movie. They're like, yo, you got to see this movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's because they've been in jail so long. That was the last
They're
movie
like, it's the best fucking jail movie, bro. Jail's so sick.
I think Jamie just described watching a movie in jail.
Yeah. Have you been?
The jail guards are like, if you're good, I'll let you watch Blood In, Blood Out.
I watched this movie with people who went to jail. I was in jail.
No. My neighbors.
It was kind of live theater. Yeah.
No, it was like this thing where like my neighbors were my cousins, but it's one of these things where like they were poor with my mom growing up, so they weren't really my cousins, but like they were part of our poor people tribe. But they just happened to live next door.
Okay, this is already getting into it, so I just feel like, Lee, can you please introduce what's going on this episode? Because that's already... Everything is indicative of what leads to who he is now.
I mean, we have Jamie and Noelle back on again together.
Yes.
But every time they've been on together, one has been on the phone and the other one's been in person.
Yeah, twice now.
So now I thought maybe, get them together finally.
That's right, yes.
You could hear the tension over the phone between them.
Oh,
the sexy kind.
Yeah,
she wants to save Jamie so bad, and Jamie's just like this.
Am I getting set
retarded
up?
bad boy?
I don't know what the fuck is happening, to be honest with you. I don't fucking know.
That's
I'll be
cute.
honest.
That's like Cupid. That's amazing. I like it. I'll give any girl a chance. You know.
Whoa, what a compliment. What a compliment.
It's a power.
Oh my god.
Power move.
Thank you, sir, for maybe considering
That's
me.
how I keep your interest. Is I keep you kind of like not feeling better than me, because
Oh,
then
of
you're not
course.
interested.
So like con artist bullshit.
I just can't have you feeling like you're better, then you'll break up with me.
No, oh my god.
And we haven't even got together yet.
no.
Jamie doesn't only neg girls he's about to date; he negs them for the rest of the relationship.
Yeah.
That's good.
I just don't want you to break up with me.
Oh, that's weird. You make it sound like love, almost.
Well, I learned from Patrice that's how you keep the girl. The minute that you're just like, oh, you're my only girl, and every other girl is ugly, and you're the hot.
That's not really what you said, though.
No, but that's what guys say.
You said put her down.
Patrice.
I didn't put her down.
Almost married to some other
Who is
lady.
Patrice?
I'm tired of all of this. Patrice got great pussy thing.
Patrice was a comedian,
He got some
Yeah.
pussy.
and he had diabetes. He died like before 40 or 41 or 39 or something.
He had a
Okay.
stroke.
And right before he died, he specialized in like dating comedy, like what men think like, what women think like, and he had his own show called Black Dr. Phil.
Oh, interesting.
It was called Black Phillip.
Well, that's
Yeah.
but it's too much.
He was the Black Dr. Phil.
He's
Fair.
Black Dr.
Yeah.
Phil, yeah, and
Technically, he wanted to call it bitch management, but they didn't. SiriusXM didn't feel that was
but the
sellable.
Black Dr. Phil felt better fit.
right. And so when I'm saying like I'll give any girl a chance, you're like, "What'd you say about me?" It's like because I have to just.
Oh, no, I was
I
just
can't
like,
just be
wow,
like I
like-
can't just watch this. Here, let me flip it. If I was just like, guys, you guys want me to go?
I
This
assure
girl,
you
she's
it's
like
okay. I
way out of
understand.
my league. Now you go like, this guy thinks I'm out of this league. I am, and then you wouldn't give me a chance.
Or
Not-
I'm just a different person and none of this would have happened anyway.
They all think they're the unicorn girl. I'm different than all the other girls.
no, I'm different than that.
Also,
You didn't get it? Okay.
Did you say unichrome, by the way?
Yeah, I might have misspoke, but they all think like my brain doesn't work like all the other girls,
No.
and they all it's a biological thing, just like men's brains work a certain way, women's brains work a certain. It's the way it's wired.
I don't know.
well,
sorry,
I
my
do
bad.
have the house arrest coming up. Does that turn
Yeah.
you on?
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. Are you? Then let's talk.
No, I'm doing the house arrest, but I'm really healthy, well-adjusted. I'm a victim in this whole thing,
Yes, fair.
Thank you.
Let's dive into that.
Yes,
So
please.
before last time we had Jamie on, he showed up. I will say it was a really funny. I'm glad that Charlie and Jamie are here because a really funny moment happened because the week before we had Charlie on at that bar in the East End,
Right.
and he had ate a bunch of cheese of his own volition, and even took off his shirt and put the cheese on his nipples and everything like that.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you for
Was that
your
after
service.
the podcast I was on?
At the week
Because he
after,
stole
the,
cheese, right? Wasn't this a never mind.
No. He steals cheese. That's separated. Yeah, thank you, Charlie. It's a separate thing.
Never
He
mind.
steals cheese. That goes in one column of his life. He did a cheese competition of his own volition. And anyway, because he took his shirt off and put cheese on his nipples, everything, the bar was none too pleased about it.
Right.
And they asked us not to do things like that ever again. Just have normal people,
Right.
And so the week after, Lee books Jamie. And now it ended up being fine, but I remember I went to Lee. I'm like, look, let's just be cool for a couple of weeks. Nothing weird or whatever. And he's like, okay, we have Jamie on. I'm like, okay, but it'll be fine. And then Jamie showed up with a dog.
My dog, a service dog.
Fair enough. But in the moment, I didn't know you had a service dog. So it seemed shocking to bring a dog on as a guest.
Well, it's an unofficial service
Yeah, I was
dog.
like, what's the service?
So it's not really a service.
Well, technically, you don't have to show.
But it's a dog, so it's way more civilized than Charlie.
It's a dog.
Because we had mentioned you about
be
the
fair,
cheese incident.
we made the dog eat a bunch of cheese and put nipple.
No.
Also, how many nipples did that dog have to put cheese on?
We did
That's
excite
true.
him a bit too much. Yeah.
Hey,
No, I brought the dog. Sometimes it's good to show character in a podcast or in a comedy setting. A dog is endearing. People, people like dogs.
So, but the dog was never on camera and didn't talk much.
Well, it's content.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyway, it was the week after, and we have Jamie on, and Lee thinks of this great idea. Let's call Noelle, because Jamie's going through a tumultuous time in his life, as he is most of the time I've known him.
Right.
It's always been somewhat
I
tumultuous.
thought he was doing well for normal.
No, I am doing well.
No, today. We're talking about whatever.
I got
2 months
into
ago.
a fight 2 years ago.
Okay.
And the court thing is over.
Okay.
And I have to do 3 months house arrest. Like I lost the court case with a plea deal. So they wanted to do like if I went to court, it was like I probably could have won, but I could have lost.
Yeah.
So it's like say if it was
I
like
understand what a plea deal is.
well, I was like say 30. I think I could have won like 70%, but 30% they were asking for 1 year in
That's
jail.
why they plea ya.
Wait a minute.
So I'm not taking 1 year in jail when I think that I'm in the right, and so I took a 3 months house arrest.
Also, Jamie, I don't feel you understand how court cases go. You can't win 70% of a court case.
No, I think like
I
think
guess 7% of
He
the
was
charges.
70% sure he would.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
I gotcha.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
like I had a lot of backstory and nuance to it, but like my lawyer, when you get the free lawyer for poor people, they go, yeah, okay, none of that matters. I'm just serving you up on a platter. Like
what was
Right,
the
right.
part that kept you awake at night? Like you can be honest with yourself now. It's over. What was the whole? What was the 30% that made you uncomfortable and made you take a plea? And they make the pleas wait tempting so that you plea out. They want you to plea out.
It just
But-
because they had the neighbor lady show up as like a witness, and it didn't really make any sense. And like I just felt like there was the guy and then the neighbor lady, and I didn't have any witnesses, so I was alone.
Did you do anything to the neighbor lady?
No, she just
Like,
like
there's, like,
I've never
don't know,
felt
like-
safer in my life on this podcast right now.
Well, to be fair, they're all lunatics, which does cancel them all out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you
Fair.
are technically
You're safe here.
because they'll all
Right.
kill each other
Okay,
in the
good.
process.
Yeah.
Good.
As long as you're okay with watching 5
well, they're gonna need
losers kill each other.
three
Good
other
point.
lunatics.
It's going to be super dramatic, but however, you will be unharmed.
We're all on the ground
Thank
wrapped
you.
up.
Changed forever.
Yeah.
I think this is a
My
pretty
business
good.
closes for sure.
This is a pretty good crew. I think it'd take a lot, like 4 hard ass people to come in. Like there's only like us and Charlie Paradise. Like we're pretty tough boys here.
No, we weren't talking about
The implication was you'd kill each other.
Yeah, we're not.
No, but no, I'm saying it'd be we're safe. You are very safe here, is what
No,
I was
I know.
saying.
I'm just fucking with you guys.
You're very safe
It's just
here.
that you're talking about being in jail, and
No,
we're
I'm
all
not going to
downstairs.
jail. I'm
no,
a good
you're not.
boy.
You're
Just
right.
house arrest.
It's not
Oh my
happening.
God.
It's not happening.
I'm a good boy, and
the most crazy
I
thing
think
he's
I can do like I can work, so we can like pretend that I work here, Rob, and we could
Fair.
we could say that I'm volunteering or something.
There's
What
something.
the fuck are we talking about now?
Because they'll let me out of the house if I'm volunteering.
Oh Jesus
Oh,
Christ!
okay. You're
I'm not committing whatever fraud that is.
That's not fraud. I'm working at the club, donating my comedy time, whatever. We could spin it. I don't know.
The scariest.
Help me get
thing-
out of the house for
It's
3 months.
3 months.
Okay, you're right.
Do your goddamn
Wait, how'd you
time.
get here then?
I no, it hasn't started yet. I'm going at the end of the month for like sentencing, and it could be like either worse or less, or this. But 99% it'll be the same. But like,
I hope this podcast fucks it up.
but like after the thing, none of the details were recorded. Where they're like, okay, like Jamie gets on top, he wins the fight, but then people jumped in and beat the shit out of me, right? Yeah. And none of that is in the police report. And I'm like, I give my lawyer pictures of my face, and it's all fucked up. And he's like, we're gonna save that for the sentencing day.
you mean your headshot?
Right. So we're gonna go, and he's gonna show the pictures of my fucked up face and be like, so after this crime that you guys are charging him with, then he got the shit kicked out of him, and be like,
Yeah.
and maybe give him less time because
I actually agree with your lawyer on this.
Well-
Because the fact that they kick the shit out of you for something that it feels like, whether you feel like this is correct or not, and just feel free to not comment, but sounds like you started.
Yeah.
It wouldn't actually get you out of anything for them to present that. The sympathy on the sentencing, I think, is actually a good play.
no, I didn't start it. It was like he wanted to fight me, and I was like, you can. I will do that.
I think you should.
That's consensual.
Yeah.
Then you're not allowed, when you have the top position in a
I-
fight, you're not allowed to throw punches under the law. Like like when you watch UFC and someone gets on top.
Yeah,
of the,
yeah,
you
you're not
can't do that in a fight.
There's no ground in.
Now I don't agree with that, but I didn't write the laws.
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
the fucking how it's.
I think you should get your face fucked up again for the sentencing.
Right,
So
go
there's
ahead.
a little bit more like
I'm
sympathy.
just kicking my own ass from Liar Liar.
I'm healed. Yeah.
Like,
That's
yeah.
the best way to do a reference is to say the movie after. He goes, I'm kicking my own liar, liar.
Right,
Everyone.
right, right. Well, that's my autism. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
So you would plead insanity. It could work.
No,
It could definitely
No,
work.
but
If
like
you
my-
beat the shit out of yourself, it's a bit insane.
I don't know. The lawyer,
bit.
Like, why don't you just go in there? Why don't you just go in there and lie? That was a big idea.
But he knows jujitsu, so he's always just choking himself
fair.
out.
yeah. It's
They
not
just
like a
find him
cool.
passed out.
He's not Muay Thaiing himself in the face.
Just like brain
No, that's
damage.
what I found out. That's what I found out is like the way that I'm trained how to fight is illegal. So I'm trained like you're supposed to get on top, and that's when you throw punches. That's illegal. I didn't know that.
right.
I'm like blown away after going through this process to be like, what? I didn't know that the way that I'm trained to fight is illegal. And I don't know how to box. I'm not a boxer. And they're like, did you know that you're only allowed to box? I'm like, well, that's great to know after I got into a fight that I was only allowed to box. I didn't know that. And they're like, well, criminal record.
Did you ask them if biting is legal?
Well, let's not get into that. but I'm sure.
Biting, scratching, pulling hair.
I'm sure somewhere in their paperwork is like all the times I've ever gotten into a fight, and it's like, and I'm waiting to go to court, and they're gonna read it out. He bit Jacob Silva on this day. He did this. He did that.
Oh yeah, there's a record of that. I forgot. He
Well,
like went into the
I
cops
think
for that.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Record is Jacob Silva.
No, I just think they can look at your entire life to be like, you shoplifted a pair of socks. Your mom kicked you out of the house.
Did you actually shoplift a pair of socks?
I did shoplift a pair of socks.
Were
Yeah.
they diabetic?
What?
I'm just asking a question. It's just,
No.
It is more sympathetic
socks?
if they're diabetic.
yeah. If you're diabetic, yeah, they're important.
How hard did you bite Jacob?
Oh, like compression socks.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
for
bit
blood.
Jacob hard. It la-
You have
that
to
Mark was
understand
there
that.
for
You
a
have to
while.
How
understand
did he
that
taste?
we have to understand that we were all blackout drunk. We were at a bachelor party.
What's funny? I'm
we
really
came from the
enjoying-
strip. We all just came from the strip club, and we were all blackout drunk.
Jamie still thought he was at the strip club where he was feeling Jacob's titties and bit him.
Hey, this place is great.
You know.
He thought he was having a ham at the strip.
It was the buffet.
I got kicked out of the wedding. I wasn't allowed to go to the wedding. You know. It's the
Oh,
whole
Yeah,
thing.
you had a good little run there.
Yeah.
I got-
And then months later, he asked to live with us.
well, what? Well, I
You've
like.
asked to live with me many times
like
in your
you.
life. Yeah.
Oh.
I say no short. I'd say no short of like 5 times you have genuinely asked if you could live with
And can
me.
I tell you, genuinely, you've
I'll
helped.
ask again.
You've genuinely
This is why we
Genuinely.
no. You've genuinely helped me found housing more than once.
Yeah.
You'll send me in a direction. You sent me to Deb's house.
Yeah.
Who is dead?
You got to do what you got to do, right,
You
Jen?
gotta do what you gotta
Very
do.
nice rich lady.
And then I get there and
Is
I
she in
learn
comedy?
like the lore of
I know.
comedy. Like,
Yeah,
did you
yeah.
know Ron Sparks used to live here? And you're like,
yeah.
Ron Sparks, wow, gee.
Yeah.
I
I believe Bobby Mayer lived there. for a
Bobby
bit.
Mayer, yeah, you know. So I'm amongst the greats.
How long did you live with Deb?
Couple months.
Was there any sparks flying?
Well, I had to fuck her for free rent.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's just you and Deb.
By the way, I knew I had heard that one. I didn't think he was gonna say it.
I had to.
Was it just once though?
Saker is literally contemplating that he might have to bleep that.
No, that's
kind of
staying
why I
in.
had to move out.
Oh,
It's
you
his
would
truth.
continue the fuck.
Yeah, I didn't want to keep having sex, so,
So
I
if you're not escorting yourself, then
I
you're-
moved out because now I'm just getting
was an
free
ass.
rent, and I, you know, I didn't want to pay rent.
and you didn't want to do.
I didn't
whatever-
want to have sex with her.
I don't even know who Deb
Was
is.
that the
I'm
last
just
time you were hooking?
piggybacking on this. You don't
what?
know.
Have you
know,
ever hooked since?
Well,
Wait, you escorted?
no,
Well,
they're,
in a
they're
sense,
saying that I did.
He lived in the brothel.
They're saying no.
Say more.
The brothel. The brothel.
I needed no, that's what I'm saying. I needed housing,
Fair.
and like nothing bad was happening to me.
Good.
Right.
I was actually having a lot of money and housing and getting my dick sucked, but not.
Oh,
not
but,
not
Is
by
Deb
who,
any good?
But not by who you would want it to be sucked by.
Who would you want it to be?
Was
sucked
it
by?
like female?
Was he a nice guy?
That's just like an older lady.
Okay, so it wasn't like a guy.
No, Deborah.
Charlie,
Okay.
you're a nice guy.
Fair.
From Deb's dick den.
You guys never sucked each. Oh, anyways, I don't know.
So we got the black eye.
It's like an older lady that was like just a slut at open mics.
She's a well-to-do.
Now we're stepping into bleepable.
Yeah.
I don't like the word slut.
That's what got you.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
And
that's rude.
And what is he? Who's he calling a slut?
Can't say slut.
and I was
This fucking
years
whore.
of this podcast.
That's our one word we don't use.
But yeah,
You had it.
right.
He only
banned that
bleeps
word.
slut.
You had a tryst with a rich lady. It's
no,
fine.
But no, I've known Rob so long. Like I remember I got to.
What the hell does that have to do with it? Don't lump me into this.
That-
Also, I don't remember sending you to Deb's, to be honest with you. I sent you to Pee-wee's.
Maybe it was Evan Demaray
That's entirely possible.
because you guys were buddies at the time.
It is entirely possible that Evan maybe. I didn't really know Deb ever. I had heard tell, but I didn't I didn't really have a conversation with Deb until your show.
Oh, yeah,
Kinda
yeah,
recently,
yeah.
Like,
It could be like just it was a
maybe I mentioned it and
Yeah.
you found your own way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Possibly. But
Rob heard about Deb in survivor circles. Yeah.
no, but like
No, I really never.
I want to meet Deb.
You would like Deb, or you'd like
no,
her.
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a nice lady.
Yeah.
when I first moved to Toronto, you were
One of the
booking me on-
nicest.
booking me on shows, and then I remember I met Brody Stevens through you.
Yeah, I love that all the most mentally ill people I know love that I've introduced them to Brody Stevens.
Well, isn't
Him,
Brody
Brovo.
wasn't Brody
But
a
that's
little?
okay.
Was it what?
Wasn't he a little off?
Yeah. Well, killed himself.
Well, yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
So,
that's so sad.
You can't
positive
save
energy.
him.
That's terrible. I never met him.
Yeah, he killed himself before I knew you. Sorry.
He heard he was gonna meet Charlie.
Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna
No, but it was like
One retard too many.
it was like getting to meet Tony Robbins, like your personal
Hey, I
self-help
love
coach.
him so
Yeah,
much.
Yeah, it was like a self-help coach for
Like
comedians.
the Brody guy was?
yeah,
But then he killed himself.
that's what was so
just
ironic about
Said
it.
positive
that-
energy.
Okay.
Well, he was coaching himself. He was
Okay, that's
he was
sad.
always being like,
sort of self-help for comedians.
Right.
yeah, he'd always be like, positive energy, you got it. Yes, push and believe.
Push him out. Did he
Oh.
speak like that?
He spoke,
yeah.
kind of
Like a
like
wacky cartoon character.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sound like
You
a
didn't know
kid
Brody
show.
Stevens?
I,
You know Brody? Oh, okay.
I had heard of him, right? I mix him up a lot with that wrestler who got killed in Puerto Rico. What was his name?
Bruiser Brody?
Brody, yeah.
Okay.
Got stabbed in the shower.
All Brodies are dead.
Yeah.
Well, his name was really Stephen Brody,
Yeah.
and then he changed his name for comedy to Brody Stevens.
It sounds better. Yeah.
Exactly.
It was Steve. I had to pay Stephen Brody Stevens.
Yeah,
That was like what was on his check.
Stephen
Oh,
Brody
really?
was his real name.
Yeah.
You should change your name to Brody Paradise.
Oh, yeah.
Even more confused.
I haven't been enjoying Charlie during this podcast. He's as Jamie tells his story of his life, Charlie's laughing like, "Oh, what a terrible life this guy has."
It's relatable. It's
We
empathy.
discussed his blood-filled apartment last week. And
Which
this
I
week
still
he's
wanna
like,
know.
If you finish this episode, it will roll into talking about how I had to move Charlie's bags of dirty clothes out of a blood-filled apartment into an SRO.
all right.
So what is it? Shows
Yeah,
here every
I
Saturday?
want to know that.
Every Saturday.
But no,
Sunday?
he's murdered.
We'll talk about this off pod, Jamie. It's,
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just. I'm
Got
just,
it.
Jamie,
on
I got a
pod.
question.
On pod, I said, "Is there shows here every Saturday, Sunday? What is it?"
Who's is that?
who do you think?
I'm also promoting the club on pod to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like, "Is there
Saturdays.
shows here Saturday, Sunday?"
Not
I was
most
doing it
Sundays.
subtly
Most
because I'm a
every-
professional.
Every Saturday.
and I go, "Hey, boss, there's shows here, aren't there?" Tell the internet that every Saturday.
I mean, what's in there? Because if you can see the front, it's raspberry lemonade.
I
but
wasn't expecting to get a beer from you, so it's just juice. Just brought some juice.
But
That's
that's
the juice that came in that
No.
container.
No, no,
thank
no.
you.
No, it's a.
Was that your travel joke?
No, he's yeah.
I bought a travel jug of juice. Like,
It's got twine around the cap and he keeps it around his.
Is there alcohol in there?
No, it's just.
It's literally just juice.
Sugar-free. The spritz.
It's more. It's sturdier than those
Like
Yeti
a
Oh,
ones.
you
Yeah.
put water
Yeah,
in
yeah.
and then put one of those little drop things
Yeah,
in.
you know
Yeah.
those little things that you squeeze?
Yep,
They're
yep.
really easy to steal. It's because you just put them in your pocket, right?
All right.
Fair. I never thought of that.
Yeah, yeah. He gave you advice. We want you to give him advice,
Oh,
but you have to
that's
intake his
right.
advice.
You're the
You can
help-
steal Mio's
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
whenever
I have
you
to
want.
stop,
Very
but,
easy.
But the reason why I steal them is they help me lose weight
Fair.
because there's no sugar.
Right.
It's been more. You've lost a lot of weight. You're very svelte. Is that the word? Svelte.
I'm leaner.
You're leaner. Everything like that.
I'm meaner. I'm cleaner.
That's what happens. You can't afford food.
Jim had a very funny insight on this
Okay.
earlier off pod.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh well, yeah. Like I was just stealing junk food. I was just stealing to be fat. Like you don't need to. You could,
Yeah, yeah.
like you just stop taking soda pop and candy bars from the store.
Yeah, yeah. And
What do you
steal.
do? Steal lettuce?
That's what I'm wondering. He steals
Right.
celery,
No, I go.
shoves it in his ass.
I go.
Just carrots.
I go to no.
Eggplants.
He's working his way up to a pineapple.
I'm living a healthier lifestyle. I have my jujitsu membership.
Fucking
which is
children. Sorry. Yes, juices.
I have to pay like $200 for my jujitsu membership, and then so I'm on a budget. So I've been going to a food bank, but like it's not sad. It's actually fucking awesome.
That $200 a month.
It's my jujitsu membership, but the food bank gives me like fucking milk, eggs, canned goods, fucking meat, fucking chips, fucking bread. They give me dog food, canned dog food. And if you don't go, it's all like people who don't speak English. So
You still have your dog?
Of course I have my dog.
Oh. No, if you have. I didn't say love.
Yeah.
What's that?
You still have your dog.
Of course I still have my dog.
Is your dog still alive, or did it Brody Stevens itself?
God.
Classic goblin and ogre zinger.
Wait, I just remembered. She's just jealous your
I
dog
did-
is
you know
alive.
what? I didn't bring my dog.
I know. Let's not go there.
Because
okay?
I know Rob very
Let's
well.
not.
I thought if I showed up with my dog,
Good one.
Rob would say, "You can't bring the dog in here. You got to go home." You
No,
can't-
I'm not a. I'm
Well, he
pretty
respect-
cool about
yeah.
that.
I can bring the dog.
Yeah,
I
I'm not trying to encourage it for future,
Right.
but like
I anticipated
wouldn't-
like coming all the way here and Rob being like, "Why didn't you tell me you brought the dog?" And then so
I was upset they didn't tell me you were coming.
happy. Or?
I would have been more appreciative of the dog, to be honest.
Uh,
I had less apprehension about a dog for sure.
Because she, you know what, Rob? She
You're being great. This is one of the good Jamie times.
My dog comes on stage with me.
Yeah, I get it, but like,
And like
it's,
Rob, she sits right there and she sits out, and then the people laugh, and she goes like, "This Daddy's at work." Like if she could tell, like she just sits. It's the best.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have an Australian Shepherd,
Oh, very nice.
and like when people are laughing, like I'm always surprised. She just like looks at the audience and she's like,
She loves it.
yeah, she's like looking. She like knows what's happening. She's used to me talking.
Has she seen you bomb yet?
No,
he already said it comes on stage with him.
no. I brought the dog on stage. I think twice.
And they didn't care? Oh, because she's service, but not. But kind
Once was
of.
at an open mic, and then once was in Ottawa at a club. I think so.
Like an actual club or like.
Yeah, the Laugh Lounge.
Okay, I thought you meant
Oh.
like the club.
Ottawa Laugh Lounge.
Probably get some good attention if you bring a dog to a club.
Well, like I said, it brings character. You're different. You know, people will
That's so
remember it.
sad.
But, you know,
You're-
I saw Adam Sandler do it. He brought his bulldog on stage.
Jamie's character is based on his dog's character.
I want to get a ventriloquist dummy made, but it looks like Charlie.
Yeah.
And Duet. I want two of them.
You know
and,
what?
and I go on stage with, and that's my new act. I do both their acts, but as puppets.
Oh, like what's his name? Jeff Dunham. But you,
Yeah.
instead
But
of a
comedians
terrorist
that
in there,
exist
you
are-
have a Charlie, and a
yeah,
duet.
And a duet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how expensive those puppets are.
I looked into it. It's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
fucking
it's really bad.
like $8,000 for a
Yeah,
fucking.
yeah, yeah.
Like, holy shit!
Oh, really?
Yeah, puppets are nuts.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Started saving.
Even like an Otto and George, like Otto
They can be
Peterson
expensive.
It was
and
probably
George.
pretty expensive for auto, yeah.
Yeah. Well, also
You
his
can't
had that.
buy it. You can't
Or
buy
also,
it.
sorry,
You have to
it's
get it
George.
made. You mean?
Yeah, and then
yeah.
someone who
Otto's
sucks.
Yeah,
can
yeah,
make it.
yeah.
Otto
George.
sounds like
Like
the
the
puppet
puppet.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's George. Yeah,
Yeah.
George.
Yeah, George is fine. Otto's dead.
Yeah. So, Jamie, okay? So last time we saw you, you were heading into the court case, everything, but now it's settled. You did lose somewhat.
I'm going to sentencing next week in Ottawa, which is going to be now go home in your room and.
Did they lecture you at all? Do you get lectured if you do bad things, like a bad boy?
Like what?
What?
Who?
Like the judge or the...
No, it's all just like process. It's very bureaucratic. Like you just sit there. It took 2 years to sit in front of someone.
Yeah.
And then now you sit in front of... You don't even talk, dude. You just sit there and they talk about you and you don't talk. And then they go like, okay, it's settled. We figured out what to do. And then they say... It's fucking weird, man. It makes me want to go into politics and become like a member of parliament and change the friggin' self-defense laws and change like plea deals. Like I think and change the way that I got treated by the duty council free lawyer for poor people.
Yeah.
I my eyes are like I'm like been radicalized where I probably would have just maybe retired and like been like an old man and just does comedy and a piece of shit. Now I'm gonna be like a fucking politician. I think.
Okay, so you feel you have a zeal to you.
I'm mad.
Noelle, is that good?
Pissed me off.
That he has a
Yeah,
zeal?
I mean, he has ambition. That's really good.
I like wanna go into politics. I think, and I never
because
was
you were mistreated.
Yeah, they fucked with the wrong guy.
And it was pro bono, free, or you had to pay some.
Just the whole fucking thing. The police.
It was free.
There was no body cams. There was no body
a long
cams with the
answer.
police. The police assaulted me.
What kind of carrot did they use?
Carrot?
Oh, sorry.
There was a lot of unprofessionalism and.
Had they assaulted you? Like, did they throw you to the ground too hard? Like, what was, if you had to allegedly? Say allegedly.
No, one of the guys who came to my house, because Ottawa's a small town. There's only so many police officers, right?
He tried to eat your pound cake?
A couple days before, I was at the McDonald's, and a guy goes like, "Excuse me, sir, you cannot lean on the counter." Like some guy with a strong accent.
Okay.
French guy?
I can't figure out what accent it was.
I think French, right? Because it's close to
Yeah,
Ottawa.
and I was just like,
good point.
I'm like, I grew up in this neighborhood. I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
Fair.
You're not from here.
But this wasn't to the cop. This was to some random guy.
But he had a strong accent.
No.
I'm like in my hood. I'm at like
But
my
was like the
McDonald's.
McDonald's guy doing this or the cop
The
in
McDonald's
the line?
guy was telling me don't lean on the counter.
Oh, so you got pissed off because you're like, you're not
guy
even
was saying
from
your card
here.
declines.
And then they wouldn't give me my cheeseburger. And I was just like,
Because you were leaning on it.
because they kicked me out of the store. And I was like, I paid for a cheeseburger. And like, yeah, but now you've been kicked out of the store. And I was just like, well, I'm not leaving till you give me my cheeseburger, right?
Well, fair.
So they called the cops, right?
Right.
So the cops show up and I say, this motherfucker don't even speak English, telling me I can't. How long has he even been here? Telling me I can't live on the. And then they called me
Racist?
Yeah. They were going to try.
You weren't being racist.
No. And and then the guy was like, he steps to me like he goes like, "You gonna cause a problem?" And I'm like, "Dude, that's like you're trying to intimidate me." And he goes, "What do you mean I'm trying to intimidate you?" And I go like, "You just went like this to me. You trying to cause a problem?" I mimicked exactly what he just did. And they all surrounded me and they started pushing me like high school kids.
Yeah.
Police, right? And they're like, "You need to like leave the property." So then I'm walking away from the property and they're like pushing me. As I'm walking,
Wait,
they're
show
pushing
us
me.
how you walked away.
I'm like walking.
And don't stop till you get upstairs.
And
You
then-
know what?
and-
Go back there right now and get your cheeseburger.
No, and then the same police showed up later. So the same policeman that assaulted me was the policeman who dealt with this case.
Oh.
And then there was a second policeman, right? The other second policeman, I had called the cops on my roommate who I got into a fight with a couple of weeks before. They were trying to fight me, and I didn't want to fight, so I called the cops. And they didn't show up at all. They showed up like 2.5 hours later. I get a knock on my door.
That's not the definition of at all, but keep going.
Well, the guy. So this police officer shows up at my door and he goes like, "I'm sorry we didn't show up. There's not enough police officers. We're understaffed, and 2.5 hours is unacceptable. We would have liked to have been here earlier."
Understaffed. We had to go see a guy's apartment that's full of blood.
Right? And I tell him like,
Yes, Charlie. It's of course about you.
I didn't call the fucking
It's not like a trope that exists.
Charlie.
The police officer
Charlie,
says, like,
you wanna take my mic?
You could fight the guy.
Lee's checked out. You wanna? By the way, I also just stopped paying attention through the whole McDonald's story.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
What's
Oh,
up,
okay.
You're
Lee's
done,
gone?
Lee?
All right. So here's. We just wanted him for like the last. Yeah. Oh,
Lee's decided 30 minutes is enough.
I said I was gonna get off. You ass. You tricked me. No. Okay. We're gonna play a game for the last 15 minutes.
All right.
You're both gonna go back and forth
Okay.
and talk about how your life is going right now. And within 10 minutes, us three are going to vote on who has a worse life.
Oh, it's to compete?
Yeah. You're
All
just
right,
going to talk
okay,
about.
okay.
Well, you can ask Rob. You can ask any questions you want. Noelle, same thing. And we're gonna
Let's
vote.
let Rob moderate and ask the questions.
that's
Rob,
good. I like that.
Rob, start with Jamie.
You know what? I
and
love this. They have to answer the same
Yeah, I
question.
like
Same
that.
questions.
I like that.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. And then
This is the best segment you guys have ever produced.
I think this is awesome, Jamie. Let's rock it, buddy.
Before we ask the first question, maybe this is the first question. Do you think you're going to win this competition? Which is winning you're the worst person? Or
I think winning is losing.
Okay. So, Charlie? Do you think you are going to turn out as the person with the worst life?
I mean, no. Like,
No, let's find out. Let's get into
I think Jamie has legal
much
issues that are
build-up.
worse than me.
Okay. And Jamie, do you think you'll turn out to be the one with the worst
I think
life?
Charlie could win.
Okay. All right. So they both think that's perfect. All right. Rob, you have a question or
Yeah,
Noah?
okay,
You got one. You got one. All right. Let's Charlie, you go first since you're new to the podcast. But go ask your question.
What is your current monthly income?
Oh, good
right,
question.
Right.
Charlie Paradise.
$0.
I'm on disability. I get $1,400.
$1,400.
Okay, support. Okay, all right.
Yeah, straight up. You got that one, buddy.
Next question.
All right, next question.
Yep.
How many? This is gonna be I'm leaning on a win for somebody. How many pounds overweight would your doctor consider you, Charlie?
At this point, actually, my doctor considers me in pretty good. I'm like 215 pounds. I'm the lightest I've been since I was 13 years
I have
old.
a follow-up question.
Okay, yeah. Let's.
I don't have a doctor.
That was the follow-up question.
I guess that's a 0.2 for Charlie. I guess 1-1. I think.
Why? Because he has a made-up doctor? Who gives a shit?
My cousin is my doctor.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
There you go.
Asian.
My family doctor
You
retired.
met him, you asshole.
Yeah, when was the last time you saw your cousin?
Joel, think of
6 months ago?
Noelle, think of a
Yeah,
question.
Oh, I
You
have one.
fucking
You have
met
one?
him.
You were fat 6 months ago.
I'm not fat now.
Yeah, but why
I
would he?
dated a Joelle.
So how could you
Don't tell
know
my
that your
girl.
cousin would say you're in tip-top shape? You haven't seen him in 6 months. When you
I
were fat.
sexted him.
You say, all right.
I send nudes to my cousin
To
so
my
he can tell
cousin?
me if
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fat or
I
not.
said nudes to my heterosexual cousin. Yeah.
and ask him.
Yeah,
I think you're-
who Rob attended his wedding as my date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All of that is 100%
Okay.
true.
Doctor.
And by the way, Charlie is so far and away the biggest piece of shit in
Well,
his family. Like, it's not a family of scumbags. It's
Oh!
just him.
That'll lead to a question
that
I'll
is
have later.
100% true.
That is a question
We
I'll
can
have
talk
later.
about that later too,
But
Noelle.
I think we have.
Yeah, I think we probably have.
Okay, let's. Noelle, you have a
Continue on.
question?
Who has told the worst lie, and what is that lie?
Oh.
I've
be
told
so
told
honest
some
that-
fucking terrible.
Yeah, but
Tell
what's
the
your
worst,
you
even if it
consider?
was like.
I don't know that I've told ones worse than Jamie, but I've told some terrible
Okay,
ones.
What's the
we're
worst?
just
I'm not a
gonna we're
liar.
gonna judge.
I'm not a liar. I have like a truth-telling problem.
Yeah, you know what? I actually believe this about Jamie to some degree.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. But this is something I've thought. I was talking to you kind of about this. Is some people
Interpret their, he
yeah,
has an
there's a
interpretation.
perception thing. Yeah. So like
They're fucking delusional.
I have a good
But
answer
anyways.
though.
You- like, you
I
could
have
look-
I have a good answer.
I'll just
though.
give you an example
My
of this.
worst lie is
Yeah.
one time my PlayStation 2 broke. and I went to my friend's house who had a PlayStation 2.
And
I swapped his PlayStation 2 for mine.
So you stole it.
So all of a sudden, he was like, "Oh, yo, my PS2 broke," and I was like, "Oh, it sucks to be you, bro." And I didn't tell him for years.
Oh, that's
Okay,
great.
that is legitimately worse than anything
Wait.
I've ever
Oh no,
done. That's-
Charlie.
You don't get to judge. You don't get to judge.
You're the
yeah,
worst.
I fucking do. No, that's
you
worse.
don't.
I've
We're-
never done that.
We're voting. What's your worst lie?
You've never committed theft.
Now, I pass.
Because he thought his PS2 was
To be fair,
broken.
Charlie's stolen enough cheese to be worth way more than a PS2.
What's with the
Yeah, but he
cheese?
doesn't steal from his
anyways?
friend.
I like
He's
to
not stealing
steal
cheese from
from
his
Galen Weston.
Who?
I let Galen Weston, Loblaws Shoppers Drug Mart,
Okay.
Weston Company.
But why cheese?
He likes cheese.
He's the
No, that's just a joke that these idiots make. It's not cheese. It's
Some people are
anything
crazy
from
for
Weston.
cheese.
Also, I do eat a lot of cheese.
Yeah, see, it's okay.
When I moved him, the
I hate
only
you,
item
Lee.
of food he
Lee,
had
I
was
will
cheese.
fucking
This
kill
is
you.
not real.
Yeah. What's your worst lie, though? Just throw it out. As per you think. Yeah. What's your worst lie? Try to beat him.
No, here's the problem with Charlie. Can I amend
I
this
don't.
for a second?
The weird thing is, I don't actually lie.
You're going to say this is
good Christ.
kayfabe?
But you never like said anything weird like
You have a fake name.
Charlie,
I have a fake name because I'm just trying not
It's
to.
not your name.
I'm
That's like a biblical sin.
No, I'm
To,
trying.
like,
I'm
not
trying.
go by your
I'm
name.
trying not to. I'm trying not to take my father's name. That's it. My
That's
father
a
had it
huge
first.
lie. That's a
He
lie
had
that
it.
has
He's
like magical powers.
he's a professional person. He's a performer. I'm trying not to take his name.
In
That's
a
it.
lot of fantasy, name magic is
I get
huge.
it. He's
So,
saying he's a Nicolas Cage of
First of all, I'm
comedy.
not going to accept for a second that
Yeah.
Charlie doesn't lie, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will accept an amendment to what you're saying.
Okay.
Because the thing about Charlie lies is that worst in the same sense that what Jamie said isn't the same. Charlie doesn't lie maliciously. Right. Charlie lies for attention. And so,
might exaggerate the truth a
it's,
little
it's
bit.
So the
To
question
me,
for Charlie has to
a
be
lie. It's not a lie. It's a joke. There's a difference.
so you like embellish a little bit.
Oh, wait.
No, it's not even that. It's like I fuck with people just to fuck with them.
Okay.
Intentionally. It's not a lie.
It's how to Charlie and she, how big is the biggest lie?
I figured this out.
Yeah.
We're asking it wrong. Jamie, don't answer this question. I'm just going to answer a follow-up question. Ask a follow-up question. Charlie, what's the coolest thing you've ever done? Just what's
I did jump off of a 3-story building.
so that's his biggest lie, right?
I honestly think he's lied bigger this week.
Why?
And he's also had cooler stories, but they're just,
No, I did do that.
Why?
Okay, I was drunk. 18 Harrison Garden Boulevard.
I don't know. I also since Lee's not on the podcast, I'll just say something he would have said.
It was.
I wish you jumped off an 18-story
I jumped off into a dumpster full of styrofoam that I knew was full of styrofoam, and I thought it was fucking hilarious, and I did it to impress a girl. That's why I did it.
Did you
to be fucking cool?
Did you impress the girl? Did she think it was cool?
No, she thought I was a psychopath. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It actually freaked her out. She totally left.
The attempted suicide.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I
No!
knew what I was doing.
I know you jumped off the thirds.
He's not going to know it's him.
I was just. It was just the third. Like that. That's like even if I missed the dumpster and hit the ground. That's like
All right, show us
broken
where
ankles.
Right,
show us
true.
where in here it was.
It was a terrace.
So I want everyone to look at that.
Yeah.
That's what Charlie jumped off of.
The third floor. It wasn't the fucking top of it.
Well,
Christ.
yeah, you weren't trying to.
No.
I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
Good, let's keep it that way.
When was the last? No, wait. Do I want to ask when was the last time you were on a date, or why did a girl last break up with you? Maybe that's a better question for this.
Actually, I actually stopped seeing a woman last week based on my own volition. I made the choice.
Okay, what? Why?
She seemed immature.
Was she young?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did you guys meet?
That was a creepy yeah. That was a creepy yeah.
On Tinder?
Yeah. I've never been more scared of. Was she young? Yeah.
But not like Dateline stuff. No.
Yeah.
I was willing.
Whatever Jamie's answer is, Charlie lost this round. Whatever the answer is, Charlie lost this round. Just that yeah is.
Okay, all right, next. Fuck you guys. Next.
What was the last job you held?
Wait, Noelle asked where you met her.
Oh, yeah, good question.
What?
Noelle asked where you met the girl that you had.
Yeah, the
Tinder.
No, you said. Yeah.
Tinder.
sorry.
Yeah,
It's still happening, eh? Tinder?
It can happen.
Right.
kind
fair.
of, yeah.
It's more of like an escorting service.
Can I?
Oh, cool.
Charlie?
I don't know. I don't know.
They all want money on there. Am I right, Charlie?
Do they actually charge you guys?
Yeah,
Not you guys, but that's what they ask.
And fucking jokes on them.
I don't give them the money, but that's what a lot of
If you
women
had
do.
it, would you? No.
I mean, money's,
What?
What?
like you're saying,
not a
like
no.
if money was no object, you're like, well, I fuck hot bitches for money, and if I didn't, well, I mean,
yeah.
probably.
Fair. Okay.
Like they're hot,
And
they want money.
So if you
So
had
an
money,
escort.
Yeah, but if you had money, I'm not gay.
What do you mean?
what?
Those are the only options.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not gay.
and it's
Okay, I
not-
get
And I
it.
don't
Sorry.
think God really
I get it.
hates, like, I'm not married, so, like, I think I'm allowed to get prostitutes right now. But if you're married,
right.
you can't
What
get...
does the Bible say about paying for pussy? I actually feel like it doesn't
Well, it's
overly cover it.
No,
it's a
well,
sin, but everybody sins.
yeah, all non-marital sex is a sin. So
Sure, fair enough,
distinguish.
fair enough.
That's
Yeah,
like
but you're not breaking your marriage, which is a huge phase, right?
Are you
don't-
very religious?
I am, yeah.
Catholic?
Yeah. But, like, I'm, like, alternative, like, with my way about it, and, like, I'm...
So you kind of make
Which
up your own
means he
rules.
just
No.
he
Yeah,
breaks
I
the
mean-
rules when he feels
no,
like it.
No,
Yeah.
I
You
don't
just
make-
For the
admitted-
prostitutes, that's it.
No, I don't make up my own rules. I'm really, really educated on it, and I'm actually torn between the Catholic Church and Christianity, like Protestant and Christianity.
Fair.
I don't have an answer.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm not.
But you
like-
believe in something.
I like tradition. I like metaphysics. I like. I like magic. I like quantum theory.
Fair. Manifesting.
I like magic. and like.
But like, what do you
believe in
mean?
magic.
Like hat.
Okay,
bunny?
well, like in the world there is magic, and people want to know how it works.
Like
and
black magic?
part's boring.
real
right?
magic.
Yeah.
You said it's boring.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lee said that off mic. Oh, what? I'm sorry. I forgot what happened. I'm sorry. Yeah. No. Okay, well
tell you.
let's vote. Let's vote.
No, we got
I'll
one.
explain
I
it
feel like
later.
it's
You
too
want
close
me
to a
to
tie.
explain
It's too close.
We need like one.
Okay, what's a
So we've done
definitive?
finance. We've
Yeah.
done relationship.
Yeah.
We
Oh, well,
kind of did health.
Jamie didn't. While you think of a question, Jamie didn't technically answer. What was the last reason someone broke up with you, or you broke up with someone?
Someone broke up with me. My ex, she broke up with me.
Yeah.
That's
and
how
then,
it works.
And then I broke up with someone more recently.
Okay, what was the reason?
Can we, by the way, let's amend this for both of them. When was the last time someone broke up with you so we can get the delusion part out of it?
Right.
And get to the crux of why some other human you tried to love told you you were unlovable?
I mean, let's be honest. I did not believe Charlie's story at all.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so,
why
but
yeah.
you know,
my story was true. Two, I will amend it by saying the two previous women that I dated ghosted me and never gave me a reason and simply disappeared. So fucking straight up, I'm willing to admit that. I'm not trying to be some sort
if I was
of
breaking up with
I'm going to give you a reason right now. The blood all over your apartment.
No,
yeah, that's sorry. When he means they ghosted him, he killed them in his apartment.
I was dating this.
Oh my god.
He turned them.
I was
into
dating this
ghosts.
girl from Tinder, and she was like non-binary, like lefty.
Yeah.
And she didn't like that I was right wing and Catholic.
But
she was like a witch, like a black witch, and she was like, non-binary. and she broke up with me because like. No, she was like had a throuple other couple, and like she was like she doesn't identify as male or female.
Wait, but why? This makes no sense. Why, if you're right wingy, why did you date her in the first place?
No, it's like a Tinder hookup, and then she was like entertaining it. She thought it was like interesting.
Yeah.
Because she was like super into guns, like lefties, like 'cause, you know, like they want to have guns to protect themselves from the right wings. And they're like, they want to take guns away from trans people, and I was like, I don't think they should, and we.
Oh, I see.
Kind of connected where I was just like, I think trans people should have guns. She was like, all right, you know, right-wing people aren't all bad. I was
believe in all guns. Okay. Rob, did you figure out one last final question to rule them all? We covered finances, relationships, jobs as well.
When was the last time either of you slept outside for more than 6 hours and weren't camping?
No, I don't do that. I would probably kill myself.
Never.
Yeah.
You've never slept outside?
No, I have slept outside, not for more than 6 hours, because I don't sleep for any more than 3 hours at a time under any circumstances.
Oh, I have an answer. No,
Great answer.
When I got into the fight,
Chicks on you! I'm an insomniac.
That's the fucking truth. Like if I sleep for fucking 4 hours, that's a goddamn marathon for me.
This might add ammunition against Charlie, and I hate to do this as his friend. But the reason Charlie didn't sleep for more than 3 hours at a time is because he refused to use his bed because he has sleep apnea that he won't address. And instead of just propping himself up, he would sleep sitting in a chair.
Well, he lost weight.
So he didn't die.
That's how you help the sleep apnea.
Yeah, you're probably that is probably part of why you can lay in a bed now.
Yeah.
It might actually be because now I can actually lay in a bed.
That's a big problem.
Which is a change for me. You are correct about
and
that.
And as somebody who is probably Charlie's best friend currently, like one of his best friends, I would say that I've never met a single girl Charlie has ever told me about once in our entire friendship.
The big surprise, I keep them away from the comedy fucking retards.
Yes, Charlie, because we're the problem, not you.
All right, Jamie.
All right, that's okay. Yeah, fucking fair enough.
I'm not the most normal thing in your life.
I met half of them at fucking comedy clubs. Fuck all of you.
What's the question?
When was the last time you slept outside, not camping?
I got into
not naps.
Well, no, I don't. I wouldn't have. I'd never slept outside like that. But when I got into a fight, I went to my mom's trailer for like 3 weeks, maybe a month. I lived in my mom's trailer. Like, I got into the fight and I got kicked out of my house, and my mom drove me to the middle of nowhere, and I lived in the trailer for like. Maybe like a month and a half.
I like this.
And I'm like in the middle of nowhere, like my face is all swollen. It was like a.
Yeah.
You ever see the movie The Outsiders or read the book The Outsiders?
Yep.
Basically, like.
They really get along. These two.
I was going to describe you as the hills have eyes.
No.
I thought that was.
Who's the pony boy in this situation?
He's forced to kill someone in self-defense, and he has to flee the town. It's literally exactly what happened to me.
Yeah.
And so I had to like live in a trailer, and that was fucked up because I was like out there all by myself. I was homeless essentially.
Kind of brings up one more question because you did mention something.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
I slept on the floor of Keys Comedy Club for 3 months.
You did leave that out.
That counts as homeless, dog.
Yeah.
That definitely does. Yeah.
Well, but I wasn't homeless. My aunt kicked me out. I was gonna be homeless, and then my buddy owns a comedy club. I slept on the floor for like 3 months. I had pumped up the air mattress.
Isn't that like when you left? Is that when the financial situation fell apart there and he had to go? What happened?
No, actually, everything was good. Like I know him personally,
Yeah.
and no financial situation fell apart. The guy, like, he's doing just as good.
Well,
now.
the building was like he had to go eventually because that building.
No,
was
he
like
could have
condemned.
stayed. I was paying the rent. Think about it.
But that's what I'm saying.
So that he didn't have to fucking. He was making money.
We're talking about the
He's profiting.
You literally just said the thing
What?
that I was saying.
What am I missing?
You were paying the rent.
No, we made money because I was working there and I was hosting
You
the
gotta
shows.
stop saying "we" first of all.
Yeah.
He's gonna
I was doing okay. I was getting paid.
No, but I'm saying like.
Yeah, but you
I
don't think
he would appreciate.
you don't think Charlie goes out and says me and Rob's
he says,
club?
"Wait." You're right. He's just I'm key to him.
No,
yeah, that's
yeah,
a good point. Yeah.
What
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're saying Charlie definitely goes out, talks to people, and says, "My club, Catacombs Cabaret."
I mean, we're making
I don't actually do that at all.
I hear what you're saying. I get what you're saying. When I say we,
Well,
I
he pronounces it
meant like
The
catacombs.
people involved were
No.
doing something.
I meant like it's a small business. The owner's making money,
Yeah.
but I was an employee and I was also making money.
Got it.
So like
Okay,
we
okay. Yeah,
were
yeah,
making money. Like there was enough money for him to
go
make
around.
money, for me to make money. I was
Yeah.
getting tips because I was selling beer to people and I was hosting
Yeah,
the
yeah,
show. And so like I was working there for like quite a while.
Cool.
But I was homeless. But I was living on the floor of a comedy club.
All right. Well,
But I wasn't outside though. I actually think you guys, anyone who's
There's
in
a
that si-
distinction. It's definitely
No, no,
better
no,
than
There is
outside.
a distinction
Yeah.
between homeless outside
absolutely
and
better
homeless
than-
inside.
No, but I think if any of your friends are outside, you should really be concerned with them. Like you should, they might kill themselves any day if they're actually outside.
Yes, but Jamie, we also have to sometimes in life understand that we can't always fix other people's
You can't.
things.
That's sort of my nice message. But if you can help out a friend who's on the street,
Yeah.
know that he's like.
he's not going through a
But
good
you
time.
also-
Jamie, I'm
also
going to
someone might say-
reiterate
someone say,
one more
someone
time.
might say, I like-
my apartment is not
No.
big enough.
No.
You can't live with me.
I have my own apartment.
Okay.
I have my
Rob's
own
a
apartment.
bad
But I'm saying,
friend.
like, if someone like lives with their girlfriend and
leave.
they're like, I can't have you living here. Like, yeah, you can't have somebody at
Rob,
your house. You live with your girlfriend or
You
whatever. Like,
piece of shit.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Jamie
number 6,
and
I-
Charlie need a floor to sleep on.
no,
and
I have an apartment. I
have a place. Fuck you.
Yeah, we're cool, bro.
I did also help Charlie find his
yeah,
place,
yeah.
by the
He
way.
did help me find my place. That is correct.
I
But I
wanna-
have a fucking place. So
I
fuck
want to move
everybody.
out of my place, but I don't like. I have a place.
Okay.
Oh, actually, weirdly, you know what? Let me say this to the comedy community. I have an apartment. I'm probably leaving soon.
Yeah.
That's a very good rate. It's I don't. Maybe we'll talk. That's going to be a lot of that fucking check. But it's pretty reasonable. It's a bachelor. It's on Queen Street. I'm probably going to move soon, and I would love another comic to take my
I
place.
pay 11 right now.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than that. Not crazily more than that, but enough more than that you should probably.
I couldn't pay
Pick
more.
another
I
11.
can't, I can't
That,
pay
yeah.
more than 11.
Yeah, I don't. It's not quite disability check cheap, but like just slightly above that.
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
it? 14?
We don't need to do this.
It's-
Like, this is more than we need to do. The point is, if you are
If you want
looking
an
for
apartment.
whatever, please reach out because when I go, it's not I don't know exactly when we go because I don't have to, but I'm looking at a new place. If someone is looking to move as well, I'd love to just like be able to hand it off. I think that's a big thing in the comedy community we should do for each other. When you have a good place, but your circumstance change, try to hand it to somebody else in the comedy
Yeah,
community.
yeah.
There was a house.
Hand it off before market rent. Fucking
That's exactly like,
capsizes.
Can't you like turn it into a podcast studio or something?
I did my podcast there, but
But no,
I
you,
Well,
you have it like
have
each
a
day of
club.
the week.
We're
like
doing a podcast
That's
in a place I own.
That's true. That's true.
Let's vote.
That's true.
Let's vote because it's been about an hour. I think I want to finish. You get the last vote because you have the most heart. So we'll see how that goes.
Sanker, look at you. You have the most heart.
No, my heart works the hardest. It's
Yeah,
different
yeah.
than having.
Sorry,
the most.
my bad.
Yeah. So I'll vote first. I'll be kind. Me, guest. All right. Worst life.
Does anybody want to see my bruise? I think I can prove that I have.
Charlie, you have a fucking.
I can see the
scab
bruise on your face.
eyebrow.
The one on my body.
I'm voting. I'm actually voting Charlie. I'm voting Charlie even before he shows. Yeah, let's show it. Noelle hasn't seen it. She hasn't seen it. She
Why
hasn't
does it
seen
always
it.
have to be-
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Where?
Yeah, you got to turn around all the.
Oh.
I
What?
mean, there's so much.
What is
plum
happening
bum.
right now?
There's so. Oddly enough, the worst thing was the plum.
God,
bum.
you're getting Ric Flair
Why do
body
you
so
have a
bad.
bruise? What is the
Yeah,
story?
he does.
I
Yeah.
got my fucking ass kicked. You look like you're
Why? What happened? Oh, you got jumped. I saw that, right? You got jumped. I saw that on Facebook. Well, get better soon, Charlie.
He looks like he's zombifying slowly. Yeah. Okay, but my vote.
I'll say this is the least Charlie stunk in a bit.
That's good.
That's nice. But my vote is still Charlie.
Yeah.
My vote is Charlie.
Yeah.
You?
Yeah, it's Charlie.
It's Charlie. Worst
Yeah,
life.
yeah,
Noelle. You can ask one more question if you want to decide, or if you just know.
Well, no, I don't know if someone was murdered in your house, but from what display you just showed, I think It's you so sadly. I apologize. Just keeping it real.
All right. Well, Jamie, your life is turning around because there's always
good.
someone
You won the
worse.
competition.
Yeah. There's always someone worse. But also, you seem like you're doing well
victories,
anyway.
eh?
That's a very nice shirt. That's
Yeah,
mostly what sold it.
You're
was the
fairly
shirt.
put together today. Jamie.
Yeah. So I think it was obvious from the start, but we just needed to make fun of Charlie. All
Has
right.
Lee ever been more checked out from the podcast?
he's so
he
ready to
already
go.
has his backpack on.
Yeah.
I know this podcast is going to end one day, but Lee's going to forget and still text me in the middle of the week any clips, and then I'm going to be like, we stopped.
Like it's literally just going to end up being that me and you do 2 separate podcasts together.
Yeah.
That I'm going to have to. This will be the
No,
fuck
the
around
next one, I'm
podcast.
under house arrest. I'm from a digital one.
We'll call you from house arrest. We'll see how it's going after.
And I'm just gonna wander in drunk randomly, like, and that'll pretty much be it.
Sure,
yeah.
that's your thing.
Or I could like,
Kinda is, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you, Noelle, for being on.
Of
Thank you,
course. Thank
Charlie.
you.
Thank you, Jamie.